Over the last few years, huge monoliths have been discovered on celestial bodies inside our solar system, and scientists are unable to interpret their meaning and origins. Could these be surviving artifacts of a long-forgotten Martian civilization?
Section 51.
Hi everyone, what's up guys, DozGeek here with Section 51. Big thanks for your support to the channel. First, please hit that like button and share this new video right now to keep supporting Section 51. And don't forget, of course, that it is very important to watch this video until the end. It is another efficient way to support us. If you are ready, let's start right now. Over the last few years, huge monoliths have been discovered on celestial bodies inside our solar system, and scientists are unable to interpret their meaning and origins. Could these be surviving artifacts of a long-forgotten Martian civilization? Although mainstream science is usually not very inclined to regard these evidences as definitive proof of extraterrestrial life, more and more unusual features from across the solar system are being brought to light by space enthusiasts and anomaly hunters, fueling the idea of former civilization that used to inhabit the Blue Dot and other celestial bodies in its vicinity long before humans came to be, or maybe before our universal memory had been wiped out. Among the most peculiar pieces is the monolith from the Martian surface photographed by the IRISE camera on board the Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter from about 180 miles, around 300 kilometers above. The object in question was first spotted in 2012, several years ago after being photographed by the IRISE camera on board the NASA space probe. The intriguing object is projected out of the red planet's surface and appears to be perfectly rectangular, standing in an upright position and measuring about 5 meters across. The stone block bears a striking resemblance to the monoliths seeded on Earth and the Moon by aliens in the sci-fi movie 2001: A Space Odyssey by Stanley Kubrick. According to UFO researchers, it's without doubt a puzzling piece that reminds of a former Martian civilization evolved enough to transform the entire surface of their planet. But why don't scientists agree with this hypothesis, and why the low interest towards it? Their most convenient explanation was that the alleged monolith had broken loose from the Martian bedrock and tumbled down a crevice until it got its rectangular shape. It's true that the monolith on Mars is located towards the bottom of a chasm, but is this theory enough to prove its perfect shape? Israel Spinoza, a spokesman for the IRISE department, said this:
"It would be unwise to refer to it as a monolith or structure, because that implies something artificial, like it was put there by someone, for example. In reality, it's more likely that this boulder has been created by breaking away from the bedrock to create a rectangular-shaped feature."
And according to Jonathan Hill, a research technician and mission planner at the Mars Spaceflight Facility at Arizona State University, who processes many of the images taken during NASA's Mars missions, the object in question is no more than a roughly rectangular boulder.
When your resolution is too low to fully resolve an object, it tends to look rectangular, because the pixels in the image are squares. Any curve will look like a series of straight lines if you reduce your resolution enough.
However, the monolith's location at the bottom of a cliff is the perfect alibi for scientists to prove their point. They say that if the alien theory would be correct, ETs would place the alleged monolith in an entire different area with less obstacles. The ufologists aren't necessarily wrong in calling it a monolith. The word simply translates from Latin as one stone. But scientists just believe this monolith isn't the masonry of Martians. The problem is, Since no Earthling has set foot on Mars yet, and since all the info we receive is from highly authoritarian sources renowned for disclosing only the convenient side of the coin, it becomes difficult to obtain a precise understanding of things. Lucky for us, a small celestial body with a radius of about 7 miles, around 11 kilometers, harbors another puzzling monolith, this time in an area with no impediments around. Phobos is one of the 2 moons orbiting Mars, the other one being Deimos, its smaller brother. It has an irregular shape, making it look like an asteroid that fell into Mars's gravitational grasp a long time ago. But because of its unusual features, space enthusiasts have put the idea forward of Phobos being an artificial structure probably used by a former Martian civilization as their space station. Scientists are unable to determine how the 2 moons of Mars got there, and are clueless about the intriguing monolith on Phobos. Though what's certain is the interest expressed by NASA to land an unmanned probe on this tiny moon, in close proximity to the highlighted monolith. They do not speak of possible alien implications, but rather of the scientific benefit it may bring for a future manned mission to Mars. Of course. Among those attempting to raise humanity's awareness of these space artifacts is Buzz Aldrin, the second man to walk on the moon. He is an advocate of space exploration and seems to have defined notions of what is found both on Martian grounds and Phobos.
We should go boldly where man has not gone before. Fly by the comets, visit asteroids, visit the moon of Mars. There's a monolith there. A very unusual structure on this little potato-shaped object that goes around Mars once in 7 hours. When people find about that, they're going to say, who put it there? Who put it there?
The monolith on Phobos is truly an anomaly that cannot be debunked with ease. It stretches approximately 90 meters from ground level and is located in a desolate region of Phobos, making its origins even more questionable. The object could be interrelated to the other one found on Mars. They both hint at a possible advanced Martian civilization that, in a distant past, managed to incorporate their moon into their planetary expanse. UFO researchers believe that the most probable guess is the monoliths were used to beam information, like the pyramids on Earth, but other wild hypotheses speak about their role in opening temporal rifts in space and time. No one can prove or disprove these claims because we haven't been there to thoroughly analyze the artifacts, all hypotheses remaining viable for now. But the future is slowly shaping our reality in a way we never dared imagine before. In a nutshell, we may soon dwell into our own imagination. Since sci-fi scenarios are gaining ground, we can assume the monoliths on Mars and Phobos to be the perfect imaginative exercise that one day may be regarded as reality. After all, there is no science without fiction. So what are your thoughts on this? Coincidental natural formations from outer space, or rather artificial structures with a precise purpose? My own experience has often told me that there is no coincidence in this universe. What does your own experience tell you? I hope you enjoyed this video. Please allow me to remind you that Section 51 is on social networks, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can also have a look at our official shop on Spreadshirts, where you can find cool mugs, t-shirts and caps to show us your support and enter in the Section family. You will find all the links in the description below. Don't forget to hit that like button and that bell button too. Don't forget to share the video and to subscribe to Section 51. Thank you. This was DozGeek with Section 51. I'll be back really soon. Open your eyes, watch the sky, live long and prosper.